What's something that happened to you as a kid that messed you up for life? I was 5 years old when I caught my dad swallowing a handful of round white tablets, and when he saw me looking at him, his face went pale. He thought for a second before putting me on his lap and telling me this was special medicine that made him feel better. He said that without it, he would get sick, but sadly, Mommy didn't approve of this medicine. She would take it away from him if she found out, and then he would have to leave us. He asked me if I wanted Daddy to leave again, and when I shook my head no, he told me then I had to be a good boy and not tell anyone. I remember feeling so grown up, being trusted with Daddy's secret. This secret actually bonded us closer than we ever have been before. Daddy started asking me to help him with his medicine, and because he had never asked me anything before, I jumped at the opportunity to help him. He started showing me hiding spots around the house where he kept little plastic bags and told me to bring them to him when Mommy wasn't looking. I felt like a spy doing this for him. Sadly, the more time went on and the more I helped Daddy, the more medicine he started taking. It got to the point where the effects started becoming noticeable to everyone around him. Mommy started asking Daddy why he was so tired all the time, and that forced me to become really good at lying for Daddy. When Mommy asked if I thought Daddy seemed sick, I'd shake my head and say he was just tired from working to get me a new toy. When she wondered why he locked himself in the bathroom for so long, I'd tell her we ate food earlier that he said was making him sick. Every lie felt like I was protecting our family and keeping Daddy safe. But then, as Daddy took more medicine, he started acting stranger. He'd forget my name sometimes or fall asleep while I was talking to him. His hands would shake when he tried to eat dinner, and he'd get really angry over tiny things like me leaving toys on the floor. I started suggesting to him that maybe he should find new medicine to help him. The morning everything changed started like any other day. Daddy asked me to get his medicine from the bathroom cabinet while Mommy was showering. When I brought them to him, he dumped all the white tablets into his hand and swallowed them at once, instead of just taking a couple like usual. I remember actually feeling happy seeing this. Maybe the extra medicine would help him not forget to pick me up when soccer practice ended again. But then, about an hour later, I went looking for him. I wanted to show him a drawing I made of me, him, and Mommy. That's when I found him on the bathroom floor next to the empty medicine bottle. His lips were blue and he wasn't moving at all. I shook his shoulder and called his name, but he wouldn't wake up. His skin felt cold and wrong. I ran screaming for Mommy, and she took one look at Daddy before grabbing the phone and yelling numbers at someone. 10 minutes later, our house filled with strangers in uniforms who pushed me aside and worked on Daddy with machines and tubes. Mommy was crying and screaming while they put Daddy on a stretcher and carried him away in a truck with flashing lights. The next few days were a blur of police officers and social workers. I told them all about Daddy's medicine, telling them what he was doing to feel better, and when they realized what I meant, they flipped out. They made me show them all the hiding spots and explain exactly what Daddy had taught me to do. That's when I learned the truth about what I'd been helping with. The adults explained that Daddy was sick, but not in the way I thought. I remember feeling like the worst kid in the world. I had helped my dad die, but that wasn't even the worst. The worst part came when my family started blaming me. I was only 5, but my grandparents said I shouldn't have been so gullible and should have told someone about Daddy's medicine sooner. My uncle said if I had been a better boy and refused to help, then he would still be okay. Even Mommy looked at me sometimes like I had done something horrible. They told me Daddy chose substances over family, and I should be ashamed that I helped him. They outright told me his death was my fault. I remember standing at his funeral, tags still on my black suit, genuinely blaming myself when he was lowered into the ground. Life after that wasn't easy. My mom barely looked at me, my family wouldn't come around, and when I was 12, I attempted to take my life myself. I thankfully failed, but when I woke up, there was nobody at my hospital bed. I'm 23 now, and I know it wasn't really my fault, but that doesn't stop me from feeling